Hi folks and welcome to today's video, disc herniation, how to sit without pain. Now, I do produce a lot of good content for those folks out there suffering with low back pain issues such as sciatica nerve pain, herniated discs, bulging discs. If that's you, then hit that subscribe button. You'll be notified about some great content for you folks to get back on the road to recovery. But without further ado, let's get into today's video. Hi folks, so today's video is going to be about how to sit pain-free whilst you've got a disc herniation. Now, typically when we sit, we sit down, we tend to go into flexion. We just naturally tend to fold into this position. And if the herniation is a posterior, which it typically is in most cases, that disc will be pushing on the nerve and it will give us increased leg pain. If we sink into a deep couch, the knees rise up above our waist, we're put into that horrible flexion position at the bottom here, which if we are suffering from disc herniations, is going to cause us a lot of pain, okay? So what are some of the things you can do to be aware of it and how to adjust your seating position? Okay, well, one of the first things is, sounds crazy, but avoidance, okay? I do talk a lot about avoiding flexion for the first 4 hours of the day, especially in the acute phases of a disc herniation. I've got a specific video on that. It's going to pop up at the end of this one. It teaches you how the theory behind it, the research that was done on that particular topic, and how to go about that first 4 hours of the day without flexing the spine forward. Pretty much performing most of your tasks standing. But there will come a time when you have to sit. So how do you do it? Well, you want to be selective, okay? A lot of my clients, they avoid the couch because when we tend to sit on the couch, our bum goes lower, okay? The knees come up and we're straight into flexion. That's not good. So what I advise is you can use a dining chair where you can sit more upright and you want to lift the chest forward, okay? Think I'm nice and tall to the top of my spine and you will sit in this nice neutral position. Now what you can do, you can get some pillows, some cushions, pack them in behind here against the back of the chair to give you that support, okay? Typically, you want your knee to be below the hip or at the same height of, because as soon as that knee goes higher, we're already into that low back flexion position, okay? So have a look in your home, pick the chairs that you're gonna be comfortable on. If you work from home, office chairs, typically office chairs, they allow you to get into a nice upright position and you can adjust the back support, push yourself into a more neutral lordotic position here, it gives you that support, okay? Try to avoid those deep couches. Now, another one of course is driving, okay? Now, one of the issues, again, one of my clients just had this issue quite recently, was the pitch or the angle of his seat. So he was in a truck, okay? And when he went to get in, or when he was getting into the car, he noticed that the pitch, so what I call it the bucket, so this is the back of your chair, this is the seat, it had quite a deep bucket. So again, he sits in, your bum sinks down, your knees come up, okay? And you're put into that flexed position. Now, some of those car seats will allow you to adjust, okay? You can maybe move the bucket down a little bit here, so it's a little bit lower, okay? If they don't though, if it is unable to be moved, what you can do is again, take a pillow, a cushion, put that on the bottom of the bucket, the back of the bucket there. So when you sit, okay, you're actually higher in the seat, you're more erect. And then of course, you can adjust the lumbar side here as well. And you can put something in here to keep yourself in that extended position. If you can, this is super important, especially for driving long distance, is bring your car seat a little bit closer in so your legs are not completely straight. You can bend the knee a little bit. It's going to take stress off the sciatica nerve if you do have a sciatica nerve issue. Likewise, if you can get your seat in quite high so your shoulders are resting on the back of the seat, that's going to take the top portion of your spine, the weight there, onto the seat, okay? Now, somebody asked about flying quite recently. I have another video specifically on flying, if you're on the plane, how to position yourself. That's also going to pop up at the end of this one, okay? So go and check it out after this. Now, there'll be times where you can't sit. The pain is so much that you just cannot sit. In those times, what I would tell people to do, and I used to do this myself, I would go down into this position. I get onto one knee, I take the stress off a little bit here. There's not as much stress on my spine. I can support myself here. Obviously, if you're out in public, it's a little bit more difficult, okay? So then you would choose to try to sit on a much more stable surface. As I said, here like this with the back supported. If you are at home and you're struggling with pain, then I do suggest you get down on the floor and you lay flat face down on the floor, okay? But these are some suggestions, tips and tricks that work. Again, avoid deep couches, a dining chair, a more suitable office chair, packed with, again, towels, pillows behind you. Likewise in the car, okay? If you've got a deep bucket, put something there to lift you higher, put some lumbar support in. Again, it can be towels, it can be a jacket, okay? Just as a little extra tip, I had one client, he was off on a trip. It was gonna be a bus trip. It's quite a warm day. I don't wanna carry a cushion with me. I said, okay, not a problem. Just take a light sport jacket with you, carry it in your hand. You can simply roll it up, put it under the seat or at the back of the seat to give you more support. You're not gonna look weird, not gonna look strange, all right? Some useful hints and tips for you guys to help alleviate some of that pain whilst sitting. Now folks, listen, comments, questions, please hit me up in the description section, in the comment section down below. If you want to ask me a personal question, my email is also in the description. Hit me up, not a problem. I'll try to help you guys as much as I can with your pain problems. Don't forget, of course, like, share, and subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Have a great day.